What's up, everybody? This is Michael Davis, A12 Black. Welcome to my first first episode of We Are All Elite. It's basically me talking about the key moments that happened this week's NXT and this week's AEW Dynamite. I got if these videos do any well, I gotta keep on doing them just for you guys, and I want to be more active. I want to be more active sitting in front of the camera, talking to you guys, giving my thoughts on what happened in week wrestling. Because it's a shitload of wrestling nowadays, and I'm not even complaining. But that being said, let's get to my thoughts on NXT AEW Dynamite. First, you had for NXT, they start off the night with Matt Riddle versus Adam Cole for NXT Championship. The first 30 minutes of the show were commercial free, and the entire show itself were limited commercials. While the AEW side start off the night with Sam Guevara and Cody Rhodes. And before I say anything about that match, green shirt guy, fuck you. You see this? You see this right here? Fuck you. Cause not only that you sit in the front row for WWE events, you're not sitting in front row of AEW events, and you don't even show no emotion, none whatsoever. You just sit there, just try to get over. You don't. I'm pretty sure you're not even a wrestling fan. Just sit there and try to get over, cause you try to have all the attention on you, and you know what? It's working. But at least I can say, I hate this guy too. The long hair guy, Simon, the mom's boy. He's sitting in the front row too in WWE events. He has more energy and he gets more hype in certain things than you ever did. So please stop spending your money on front row seats and at least have someone that has the money for front row seats sit there and actually a fan. Anyway, I digress on that. But Cody and Sammy Guevara had their match, but Cody was got attacked by Chris Jericho before the match even started, I believe, and after he got attacked, the match went on, and it was a pretty decent match to start the show. Meanwhile, NXT Championship match, Riddle and Cole did not disappoint. I mean, we kind of figured that Matt Riddle was not good with this match because I believe he still has heat with the backstage, with him talking stuff about Goldberg and him being pretty much a prick backstage, but that's beside the point. Adam Cole retains the title, and look who's back in NXT. Finn freaking Balor. Yeah, he walking the short hair. It's not. I mean, at first I was making fun of it, but it doesn't look that bad on him. But he has said he is officially back in NXT. He's not making a short appearance or a special appearance or anything. I believe he's back on the NXT roster, and if that's the case, that's huge for NXT. I really look forward to seeing these two for the championship. But that's not the only surprise they got to give us on this episode. We gotta reach the end of the show for that one. But going back to AEW, Cody Rhodes win this match, of course. I mean, no surprise there. And you have the bastard Pac taking on Hangman Page, a match that we should have had at Double or Nothing, but we get it now for the premiere episode of AEW Dynamite, and it was a pretty good match. I'm not gonna say anything bad about this match. Hangman Page did all he can do to beat Pac, but it wasn't enough as Pac beats Hangman Page with the red arrow on the back of a Hangman Page. He's calling by another move, but I don't remember what it's called. But Pac gets the win, and if we would have had this match at Double or Nothing, it would have been just fine having Pac win, with or without him holding the Dragon Gate Championship. Just saying. And the next match on NXT, we had Io Shirai defeating Mia Yim, which, I mean, Mia Yim, you made a mistake signing to NXT, because you pretty much signed there because Triple H said okay, they were chanting, please sign Mia, And Triple H was like, okay, whatever. I mean, I'm gonna sign her, but I'm not gonna do anything with her. That's pretty much what they're doing now. They have her lose to Sam Baszler at NXT Takeover just because they didn't have Candice LeRae on standby. I mean, no, they didn't have Dakota Kai on standby because he was still rehabbing, and they were trying to build up Candice LeRae. That's the only reason why they had Mia Yim face Sam Baszler instead of Candice LeRae or Dakota Kai because either they were rehabbing or they were not ready to be the face Baszler at the moment. And ever since we had that loss to Baszler, she been nothing but job it out. She lost the Fatal 4-Way match on the Fatal vs. Night on NXT on USA. She loses this to Io right here. I mean, I don't know what to say about me. I'm just, I mean, I like her. She's a great wrestler. Don't get me wrong. I'm a Mia Yim fan, but I don't know. You made a mistake signing with them. I'm sorry you did. The next match over at AEW Dynamite, we have MJF, or as I like to call him, Maxwell Jacob Fuckface. He's taking on Brandon Cutler, or should I say, custom wrestler number 15, creative wrestler number 15. This guy is so fucking generic. The only reason I saw why he signed to AEW because he's pretty much the yes man of the Young Bucks. He's the Karen man for the Young Bucks. Every time you see him on being elite, he's nothing more than a Karen man. Nobody know who this guy is. This is a guy that should be this guy is pretty much over here cosplaying as his favorite superheroes and super villains at Comic Cons. Not a guy that you see in wrestling ring against top talent, whether that be in NXT or AEW. But the match does Jacob Fuckface win this match, and it looked like Brandon Cutler got hurt here, but if he did get hurt, hopefully he gets a speedy recovery. But I really don't care about him at AEW because he's so generic. He's so fucking generic. But speaking of somebody who was generic, he went from creative wrestler number 15 to creative wrestler number 21 over at NXT as Shane Thorne took on Johnny Gargano, a guy who would never leave NXT. He's NXT for life. Even though he won every championship there is, he done it all. But he want to continue to build this brand to the ground up, and I don't blame him for that. It was a decent match. Shane Thorne has really been used as his top potential because ever since Nick Miller left NXT or went to New Japan Pro Wrestling, joined the Chaos, Shane Thorne has really been used on TV, and when he's been used on TV, he's been pretty much get buried, get jobbed out. But this was a decent match. He did a great job going against Johnny Gargano, and eventually Johnny Gargano wins this match. But hopefully we see more of Shane Thorne because I actually like the guy. I mean, he has a great talent, but he just need to do. I don't know. They need to do something. They need to give him something because Shane Thorne is a pretty damn good talent, and I don't want him to get wasted. Maybe when his contract is expired, he might go to New Japan with Mikey Nichols, alongside Chaos. But in the meantime, use him while you can, because this guy is good. Just saying. The next match for both NXT and AEW are both the women matches. We got Shayna Baszler defending the NXT Women's Championship against Candice LeRae, and we have Riho and Nyla Rose fighting for the first ever NXT AEW Women's Championship. And I gotta say, the AEW Women's Championship is trash. It looks, I don't know what. I mean, first of all, it's tiny as hell. The belt is so fucking small, and two, it looks like one of those toy belts you see from at Walmart or at Target for WWE. Just look exactly like those toy titles. It's just so small. I don't know. I have no word for that title. Just they need to get upgrade. definitely. But NXT and AEW women matches have been were going on pretty much at the same time, and I gotta say that the NXT women's match was a little bit better than the match between Rio and Nyla Rose. I mean, I would pretty much been going back and forth because I haven't really I didn't see that much of the Rio and Nyla Rose match, but you know every time you see it, you have Shayna Baszler and Candice Way facing off. It never disappoints. They fought each other in the Million Classic. They play I know they fought each other in the Indies before, and these two did not disappoint here. Even though Shayna Baszler retained the title, I'm pretty kind of upset that she didn't have her they didn't have her drop the title to Candice Way. We were her to win the title, but hopefully they have another match at Takeover Chicago and Candice Way will win the title there. But in the meantime, hopefully we see the two face off again. As for Rio and Nyla Rose, I mean bits and pieces. I seen the rest of the match on YouTube, and it was a decent match. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, Riho did it very well. I like the spot where Riho was jumped off the outside the ring, trying to dive on Nyla Rose, but Nyla Rose catches her in midair outside the ring. I don't know. I mean, that's impressive. I mean, I know Nyla Rose gets a lot of shit for being transgender and all that shit, but when I trash on Nyla Rose, it's because of her wrestling. She needs to work on. She needs a lot of work to do in that way. And I mean, she needs to learn how to balance her strength because I think a lot of people don't realize this that she is too strong for most of these women on the roster. Yeah, she might be labeled as a woman, but she does have that male that testosterone to the point that she can't control her strength. So she need to work on that. But overall, Riho is the first ever All Elite Wrestling Women's Champion, and congratulations to Riho, and you deserved it. But it wasn't. She didn't have time to celebrate because Nyla was to start attacking Riho for no reason, for being a solo pretty much. But next thing you know, you see Kenny Omega coming out making it safe. So that I mean, I like how they did that because Riho and Kenny Omega do have a pretty good friendship because Riho and Kenny Omega team up down at DDT. I know they team up in Japan a couple times, but I like how Kenny Omega made it safe for Riho. But next matches for NXT and AEW. Now I think NXT you have Pete Dunne squashing Danny Burst, and after the match you have Damian Priest, aka Punishment Martinez, attacking Pete Dunne. So I think that those two are gonna be having a feud pretty soon. I look forward to that. And you have next and over in AEW, you have the main event get ready to start between the Elite, Kenny Omega, and the Young Bucks taking on Jericho and Santana and Ortiz, LAX, or I think their new name now is gonna be PMP, Proud and Powerful, but I still could call it LAX because they are gonna be LAX to me. This match, it was interesting because first of all, some fan threw a hot dog in the crowd to the ring during the commercial break. Chris Jericho trying to find out who threw the hot dog, while Young Bucks would get their ass kicked by LAX. But during this match, you have Kenny Omega getting set up for the Terminator dive from the outside. The next thing you know, you have John Moxley making his return to AEW, kicking the living shit out of Kenny Omega, hitting the Death Rider Paradigm Shift modified DDT, butterfly DDT to a glass table, and it was a very brutal spot between both guys. And by the way, If somebody get attacked, if Kenny Omega got attacked by John Moxley and the referee was right fucking there, why the hell was no bell called, bell rung? That's a bit of disqualification. But I guess like the referee was saying fuck it and just let the match go. And nobody came out to a place to Kenny Omega during the match. It was just a three on two hang match with Jericho and LAX taking on the Young Bucks. And of course, LAX, Jericho in this match here. And um, after the match, he had a brawl between the Elite and LAX and Jericho. Uh, Cody Rhodes came out to make the save. He was kicked in the balls by Sammy Guevara, and all of a sudden you have Dustin Rhodes coming out making the save, and he kicked Sammy Guevara in the balls. And next thing you know, here comes Jack Swagger, aka Jake Hager, making his debut at AEW. I mean, it's not much of a surprise because we've seen this guy being rumored to be part of AEW for the last couple of days, 2 or 3 days. So it's not much of a surprise. I mean, he got a great ovation, great reaction, but who really cares about Jack Swagger? I mean, I'm sorry, who cares about Jack Swagger? I mean, I know he's a former world champion. He's undefeated in MMA, in Bellator, but I mean, you want to compare this Jake Hager's debut in AEW to the return of the guy that I'm gonna be talking about a little bit in NXT. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, if there any Jack Swagger, Jake Hager fans out there, leave your thoughts on down below. Why should I care about Jack Swagger, Jake Hager, whatever his name is now? Why should I care about him? Leave your thoughts down below. Now let's get to the main event of NXT as Street Profits being accompanied by Wale. Yeah, Wale. And as they got pretty much a remix version of Wale, pretty much just saying, pretty much repeating himself, Street Profits, we want to smoke. I mean, why was he even there? I don't get it. At least it's better than that what's his face Jimmy Jones, as Big Ray would say, Jeremiah Williams. It's better than him performing for Adam Cole at Takeover 25. But I'll take Wale over him any day. As besides that, Street Profits trying to win back the NXT Tag Team Championships against Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly, Red Dragon, Undisputed Era. And this match went to overtime, and this match didn't disappoint at all. I mean, we know that how good, you know, these two teams can go. We've seen them in a couple matches. NXT Takeover Toronto, NXT a couple weeks ago on WWE Network. These two can work. They have great chemistry together, and Montez Ford always stealing the show. And they did the dive all over the freaking turnbuckle post to the Undisputed Era. It was freaking ridiculous. That guy got hops. This guy gonna be a star. Whenever Street Profits disband, whenever they break up, I know this guy be the bear face, because be the bear face of the group, while Antonio Dawkins on whatever it's Dawkins, I forgot his first name. I really don't care. That guy gonna be the heel because that pretty much because he gotta be the kind of heel. He gets jealous of Montez Ford, him getting all the attention, and I don't blame him. This guy is fucking good in the ring. It won't be a matter of time until he becomes like North American champion or NXT champion, because it's gonna happen. This guy gonna be a big star as a single competitor down the road. But I digress on that. The Street Profits was unsuccessful taking it back the NXT championships, tag team championships over Undisputed Era, as Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly retained the titles. And Roderick Strong, he didn't have a match on the show, but he did get called out by the Velveteen Dream pretty much stating that he wants another shot at the title. I don't know when that's gonna be, but I really look forward to seeing that match again. As for that next week on NXT, it's gonna be the Cruiserweight Championship match between Drew Gulak and Leo Rush. It's gonna be a great match. You know, I hate Leo Rush. It's gonna be a great match nonetheless. Meanwhile, we have Adam Cole standing on the ramp, holding up the NXT Championship. Next thing you know, you hear a heartbeat, and another one, and another one, and the crowd went nuts because you know what that means. It meant the Blackheart NXT, the former NXT champion, Tommaso Ciampa, has come back in NXT, and of course he's in great shape. He looks great, looks healthy, and I'm glad he's back in NXT because we heard rumors, we heard speculation that he wasn't gonna be able to wrestle again with the serious neck surgery he had. He had the same neck surgery that Edge and Stone Cold had when they had neck issues. So I'm glad he's back in NXT. I'm glad he's mentally cleared, and I cannot wait to see what happens between Tommaso Ciampa, Adam Cole, and Finn Balor, because both Balor and Ciampa are on that NXT Championship, and I look forward to seeing what's gonna happen. I mean, if we got to see a Ciampa and versus Balor match for number one contendership down the road, or a triple threat match between Cole, Ciampa, and Balor. I'm all game for that. I mean, overall, NXT, they had the surprises, they had the great matches. AEW had the great storytelling, and they have some of the debuts and surprises with John Moxley coming back and Jake Hager making his debut. But overall, I'll say that NXT had the better show. I mean, I'm not the judge. I'm not the judge on who had the better show, who doesn't, who had the city show. It's up to the guys that the TV ratings. The TV ratings got to determine who had the better show altogether. Even though us fans can say, "Oh, NXT was better this week. AEW was better this week." We can say we can say whatever we want. It's all gonna go come down to the ratings between AEW and NXT. But in the meantime, let me know what you think about NXT and AEW. Do you think which show do you think was the better show? Leave your thoughts down below, and hopefully if you guys are enjoying if you enjoyed the video, I might do another one next week. I might not, but let me know what you think about AEW and NXT last night. Like the video, subscribe for more, tap the bell on the YouTube app to miss any of my videos, and until next time, I'm Michael Davis, H.R. Black. I'm out.